Hey guys, so here is the homework 10 notes. Okay, this is probably the hardest thing we're going to do in a long time. So you have to read this word problem and then figure out the system of linear inequalities. System means more than one equation or inequality, okay? So don't get confused with the fact that there's going to be more than one thing going on. So let's look at this. You buy flour and cornmeal in bulk to make tortillas. Flour costs this much per pound and cornmeal costs this much per pound. You want to spend less than $25 on flour and cornmeal, but you need at least 6 pounds altogether. Okay, who knows what's going on? Nobody? All right, no problem. So, the easy one first. Or equal to. That's fine, because you've got $25 in your pocket. So let's see. Flour cost $1.50. We're going to call that X. So I'm going to put X here. And this is pounds flour. I'm going to go Y here. And I'm going to do pounds cornmeal. Okay. This is called declaring your variables. Sounds like a CS term, I know, but still, it's telling myself what stuff is. Well, hey, guess what? I can now label my graph. So here's flour, meal. Spelled that terribly, but there it is. Cornmeal. Okay, so back here. $1.50 per pound plus $2.50 for my pound of cornmeal needs to be less than or equal to my $25. Well, that's standard form. Gee willikers, look how that worked out. No problem, we can definitely graph that. Okay, look here. How do I figure out the second thing? It's not a thing, it's an inequality. You need at least 6 pounds altogether. Altogether means add. Well, what am I going to add? Pounds. Which ones are my pounds? The X and the Y. So X plus Y at least means this one. So greater than or equal to 6 pounds. I got to be more than 6 pounds. So this one here, nice and easy to graph. I just move my X over. So I get, I'll write it over here, Y greater than or equal to, let me do my X first. Where's my Y? I don't know where my whiteout is. Negative X plus 6. So here's my X, my Y-axis. Here's my X-axis. My Y-intercept is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My X is at negative 1. So here, all along the way, down 1 over 1. It's a solid line. Solid line. That keeps on going forever and ever, kind of, sort of. Okay, so now, what do I shade? My Y is greater. Okay, so I'm going to shade this way. And I'm just going to do that for right now. Okay, so look at this one. I'm going to do the work right here on an extra sheet of paper so it doesn't get messy. 1.5x plus 2.5y less than or equal to 25 minus my 1.5x on both sides. Minus, subtract is the verb. 2.5y is less than or equal to negative 1.5x plus 25 because this right here is a positive 25. Divide by 2.5. Divide by 2.5. Divide by 2.5. Okay, so you've got y. This was positive, so this stays the same. Look at this. This works out to be negative 3/5 x. 25 divided by 2.5, your decimal rules tell you that that is 10. Okay, so now this is super easy to graph. I go up to 10. This was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I go down 3 and over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This one is also equal to, so I'm going to use my straight line drawer tool here, also known as a post-it note. Okay. Now this one is less than. So let me get a second color and shade my less thans. Huh. Looky there. There's my answer. Between these two lines, I've got a solution. So this is what it says. Write possible solutions. Okay. Well, let's see. On my flower, if I were to come and choose this point right here. Well, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11, comma, and then I got to go up 2. 11, 2. So I could have 11 pounds flour, 2 pounds cornmeal. All right, corn. Okay. Well, let's look over here. If I like this point right here, I go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to write 3 pounds flour. And then I got to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pounds corn. Both of these combinations work. There's thousands of combinations in there. And so these are two possible solutions that work out just fine. Okay. Let us skip number 2, because who wants to do that? And instead, I want to jump to the back, number 5. Look right here, 5. Okay, so a clothing store. Clothing store has a going out of business sale. How sad. They are selling pants for this much and shirts for this much. You can spend as much as this. And you would like to buy at least 2 pairs of pants. Okay, so my X is going to be right here. And this is going to be my Y. So X equals pants. Y equals shirts. Pants. Shirts. Cool. So far, so good. Okay. So I want to buy at least 2 pairs of pants. So my pants has to be, I'm going to do the easy one first. Pants has to be greater than or equal to 2. No problem. Got that. Okay. So how about the money portion? So my pants plus my shirts can be up to and equaling $60. I got 3 $20 bills. I'm good. So my pants. Now I'm going to do something crazy because I'm the teacher. I'm going to round. I'm going to say $9 for my pants plus, I'm going to round again, $4 for my shirts. And then this is less than or equal to 60 because I don't have 61. I only have 60. All right, now again, standard form. Wah, wah. That's okay. So we're going to move it around. Let me pull out my fancy post-it notes here. Okay. So if I subtract 9x, I get 4y is less than or equal to negative 9x plus 60. Now, I'm going to be kind of funny about this. I want you to make sure you're putting your x term first. Don't just, hey, let me throw it out here. No, write it correctly, okay? Over 4, over 4, over 4. If you're the kid that's just writing one line for division and 4 underneath, you might also be the kid that's forgetting to divide this by 4 or divide that by 4. You've got to do it to all the parts. So be very, very careful. Okay? Negative 9/4 x. Yes, this is 2 1/4, but it's easier to graph if you just leave it like this. Plus 15. Okay, so here's my nice, fun, easy to graph thing. Now let's come over here. X is greater than 2 or equal to. All right, X, 1, 2, and it's solid. So here, although I'm not using my straight line maker, that's okay. I'm trying to be fast. There's my line. My X is greater than 2. So I need to shade this way. Okay, cool. Let's do this one. I'll change pen colors for you people looking in Technicolor. So I've got 15. Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whew, all the way at the top. Okay, 15. Down 9 over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do I do? So don't worry about it. You've got 2 points, close enough. Okay, draw your line. Yes, it's a closed line. Not a clothesline, but a, solid line. Okay, so, and then less than. So this has to go less than. Okay, my solution lands where they overlap. Well, gee willikers, they overlap right here in this soupy orange section. So what are some possible combinations within this? We could have, let's see here, 1, 2, we could have 3 pants. Oops, I don't want to write in red. And no shirts. And no shirts. You could have right here. Here's a solution. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pants and 2 shirts. 5 pants, 2 shirts. That works. Okay. If you don't trust me, do the math. See if it's less than $60. Okay. So, if you've got any questions, let me know. But there are 2 examples for you. Okay? Now, I only want you to do on the homework sorry, I had to run away for a second. On to the homework. I only want you to do homework 10. Because I know you've got a lot going on, and I don't want things to be crazy for you. I want you to do number 1, number 3, and number 5. Also known as the odds. Okay? There you go. See y'all in class tomorrow.